Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Amboy High School in Amboy, Illinois, as we're working to get some internet hooked up for you. Hopefully we get it hooked up and much better here in the next few seconds, but we'll bring you the kickoff. It's going to be Amboy kicking off to Flanigan here as we start things off. I'm Dwayne Hulett. We had some internet issues. We had internet, and then it disappeared on us, so we came last second to get things going. A squib kick. Bounces around. It's finally going to be picked up. A good return, actually, out past the 30 near the 40-yard line. On the return for Flanigan, Jonathan Moore, a wide receiver, defense back, a senior, with the return. First carry here is going to be a slip in the backfield for Amboy. That was number 10 on the carry, Peyton Quaintance. Now I think we're good here, folks. Sorry about that a little bit. That pass as a second play from scrimmage. Oh, what a catch, and out of bounds. Is it a good catch? It is. From the 30-yard line, pass completed to number 1, Connor Reed, from about the 30. That's a 33-yard completion. So it's 1st and 10 for Flanigan at the Amboy 37-yard line. Run up the middle, little to no gain on the carry for Flanigan. We're pretty low here. It's hard to see the numbers. Looks like it's number 19, Brennan Edens. He does get 2. Quarterback for Flanigan, Seth Jones. Jones up under center now. I formation backfield behind him. 2 tight ends set. Handoff to the fullback. A push forward. He'll be nearing a first down. The running back, number 55, Kessler Collins, a senior. It is a gain of 6. 3rd down and 2. For Kessler Collins. Big fullback. Full use fullback there. He can carry the ball as well. Listed as a running back and a linebacker, but wearing number 55. He's got a linebacker number, and he is all straight forward and downhill when he gets the football. So we are going here. It's early in the first quarter. Handoff back to Collins again, and he just runs over the safety, number 7, Troy Anderson. Collins from the 32, or from the 30, excuse me, down inside the 20. From the 30 down to, we're going to call it the 16, 14-yard gain. 20 yards on 2 carries for Collins now. And a second first down, this one on the rush for Flanigan. Jones back under center, I formation again, 2 tight ends set. Jones takes handoff, Collins has it again. Nowhere to go this time as the Clippers defense there to bottle him up. 155 dropping down another 55. That's Landon Montavon. Montavon with the stop, a gain of 1 for Collins. It's 2nd down and 9 with 8:58 to go here in the first quarter. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live. I want to thank Noah Moores up on the camera for us today. Hopefully it's his first foray into camera work, so bear with us a little bit. We do appreciate you joining us, though, and having him on camera today. Handoff again, left side this time. That time it was number 10 again, Quaintance. A gain of 4 for Quaintance. Brings him to negative 4 yards on the day. Third down and 5 for the Falcons here as they are in Amboy territory inside the red zone. Handoff's going to go to Collins. He breaks one tackle, runs over another tackler, and close, if not down to a first down. He does have it. It's going to be first and goal for the Falcons inside the Amboy 5-yard line. From the 11 down inside the 5 to about the 4-yard line. Called a 7-yard gain for Collins and a first down. 1 passing and 2 rushing first downs so far here in this first drive, and it's first and goal from about the 4 for the Falcons. Trying to strike first here in quarterfinal round action of the I8FA state playoffs. Of course, you're watching 3 of those 4 games here, and there's Collins on the handoff. He's going to power his way into the end zone. He just ran through a high tackle of number 5, Landon Welchel. And Collins goes from 4 yards out. He has 32 yards on that drive. I want to welcome everybody to the football game. It's going to be a PAT attempt here for Flanigan. And the kick going to be number 7, Connor Decker. Decker's kick is down low, but good, just over the crossbar. And just like that, it's 6-0. The lead for Flanigan here early in quarter number 1. We'll update the score here. As Flanigan goes up 7-0 on the extra point and touchdown. Want to welcome Rita Hempkin into the live chat. Also, Rita was there earlier as well. So, with 7:24 to go in quarter number 1, Collins had a 4-yard run. And Connor Decker a kick. And he'll kick it off here. Over the deep man's head, it'll bounce into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And it's 7-0 after the touchback. 7:24. The clock never started there. As long as nobody touches the ball, the clock doesn't start on a kickoff. So Amboy is going to get their first chance to touch it. In a hurry, they come to the line of scrimmage, not wasting any time are the Clippers here, trying to find their way back for a second straight season to the state championship game. Deep pass right down the field, and look who it is. There's a big surprise, and he might go the whole way. Brennan Blaine, he was a big part of their championship run last year, or runner-up run last year, and he just went for 80 yards on a touchdown pass. Brennan Blaine on a completion from Eddie Jones, and just like that, Amboy answers in a hurry here at Amboy High School, 7-12. Jones to Bain, 80 yards. And now the two-point conversion attempt. They could go up by 1 here. Could the Clippers? Handoff and in. The run is good for Landon Welchel. And it's 8-7 Clippers, just that fast, folks. And that's how the Clippers have done it all year long. And we'll talk a little bit about Brendan Blaine, as he is one of the best. He's a leading receiver in Clippers history, and he's one of the best in I8FA. Kyle, our friend at the NUIC Facebook page, posted some information about young Mr. Blaine. Blaine is a senior this year, 6'2", 210 pounds. He just went 80 yards on the touchdown. He's now got 98 receptions in his career and now is over 2,500 yards receiving and 43 touchdowns in his career, as he came in with 97 receptions, 2,429 yards receiving, and 42 touchdowns. And just like that, we are ready to go here, as now it's back to a kickoff. Another low squib kick, caught by an up back this time. Position is going to be about the same as the starting position last time. On the return, I believe, number 12, Logan Ruddy, a sophomore wide receiver defensive back. It'll be 1st and 10 for Flanigan at about the 46-yard line, I believe is what I just heard him say. Scratch that, 37-yard line. See if they can answer here, as I still got to get caught up on the 80-yard touchdown pass from Eddie Jones. To Blaine. And Flanigan will take a timeout. We'll take our first timeout as well. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Minimally invasive surgery offers a variety of benefits to the patient. We're now able to offer patients a variety of operations with small incisions rather than big open incisions. The surgeries that we can do now, minimally invasive, include bariatrics, hernia repair, colorectal surgeries, faster recovery, smaller incisions, faster time back to work.
And sorry about that, folks. Trying to do some last-minute updating on some cord placement here. So give me just a few seconds as we work through that. We'll call the plays as we come along, though. Shotgun formation this time for the Falcons in motion. And it's going to be a quarterback keeper, and not a whole lot going on there, as it did bounce out farther than I thought. I believe on the carry was Peyton Quaintance, 1-yard gain. Seth Jones going to step back in at quarterback now, up under center. Handoff, deep back. Will fall forward for a few-yard gain. That time it was Collins at the deep back spot. He's going to gain 4. 6 carries for 36 yards now. Oh, getting a little generous with that. I'm going to erase that and give him 3. 35 yards total. Collins has moved from fullback to deep back now, the tailback position. He's going to carry it again, breaks a couple tackles, gets hit hard. He'll be stopped short of the first down. Big hit back there for Amboy. It's 4th down. Coming up to make the big hit, number 7, Troy Anderson, the senior defensive back. A gain of 3. It's going to be 4th down and 2. And they're going to punt, are the Falcons, it looks like. It is going to be a punt, low line drive punt. I think it might have got blocked. It goes out of bounds on the far side, inside the 40, near the 35-yard line. That's where the Clippers will take it over 1st and 10. With a chance to go up 2 scores now. Again, trying to do some work off camera here. We'll get back up to it. Handoff left side. Keep the pile moving. Welchel on the carry, I do believe. It was number 5, Landon Welchel. First rush, he's going to get 4. Handoff up the middle, breaks a couple tackles, backpedaling down the field. And that was number 21, Quinn Leffelman. He's going to go for a gain of 14 yards and a first down. Gain of 5 for Welchel. Man, they are fast. Handoff back to Welchel again. He breaks a couple tackles, keeps his feet moving. He's going to go from the 37 for another first down. A 12-yard gain, 1st and 10. 21 yards so far for Welchel. Handoff to Leffelman up the middle. He bounces left and then pulls back to the middle, brought down, short gain. 1-yard gain for Leffelman. He's got 15 on 2 carries. Jones, handoff to Welchel. Not a lot going on there either. They're going to move it forward about 3 yards. Calling it 7. I'd call it a short 7, maybe 6. Now, Jones to pass. Wide open. Touchdown. On the reception, number 58 is Trevor Stensel. He goes from the 21, a 21-yard touchdown pass. .316 remaining. Now Welchel turns it upfield. 2-point run is good. So with 3:16 remaining, Jones to Zimbruski. Number 58, not number 57, I'm sorry. Welchel another run. And it's 16-7. Amboy early, still in the first quarter. And I don't think I updated the scoreboard, folks. I apologize. (16-7) is the score. They are moving so quick, I can't hardly keep up with Amboy on the field. I apologize. On to kick for Amboy, number 14, Rylan McNinch. Deeper kick this time. It's going to be recovered at the 26-yard line, again by number 12, Logan Ruddy. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Falcons. Again, I want to thank Noah for hopping on the camera today, his first excursion into our production. So we hope he does okay. He's quite a ways up from me. It's hard for me to talk to him, so we'll try to talk at halftime and give him any updates that we need to. It is pretty hard to see up there also, folks. Bear with him. It's the sun shining right in his face trying to video this game. So First and 10 Falcons. Now it's Jones in a shotgun formation. Fakes handoff. Comes near side of the flat to Collins on a screen. Collins is going to go for a short gain. Give him 3. So the Falcons have 2nd down and 7 now at their own 29-yard line, just shy of the 30. Handoff goes to Collins. Oh, it was not Collins, excuse me. It was number 19, Brennan Edens. He goes for a gain of 2. It's 3rd down and 5. I formation backfield again behind Jones for Flanigan. No wideouts, 2 tight ends. Collins with the run. He's going to have a 1st down and more. Out across the 40. Near the 45-yard line. We'll see where they mark it. Looks like they're going to mark it to the 43. From about the 31 to the 43. We'll give him 12 on the carry. Another 1st down. He's got 50 yards on 8 carries now. Does Collins. 1st and 10 Falcons at their own 43-yard line. So from the 43, they'll try it again. Back to the I formation, 2 tight end set. Jones under center. Collins the deep setback. Handoff's going to go. No, he was the fullback this time. He'll get the handoff. He'll go short on the carry. Called a gain of 3. You can call it 4 if you wanted to. We're going to call it 3. 2nd down and 7. I believe on the stop was Troy Anderson, number 7, among others, for Amboy. Brennan Blaine has caught a touchdown pass. Also, Vincent Zimbrowski has caught a touchdown pass for Amboy. Collins has a touchdown run for Flanigan. A big hit that time on the ball carrier, Peyton Quaintance. He'll gain 1. It'd be 3rd down and 6. He took a big hit from Quinn Leffelman, fullback defensive end punter, junior. And that's going to bring it in to the first quarter as both teams will walk off the field at the end of 1 complete quarter of play. It is Amboy 16, Flanigan 7. We'll take a break as well, and we'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH right after this.
When I walk in and talk to my patients, I like my patients first and foremost to feel comfortable. I like to keep it real with them. I like them to know that I'm there to listen to them and to help them understand some of the processes that they may be going through. The most rewarding aspect that I feel with caring for patients is when those patients come back in and they tell me how much better they feel for something that I have helped them accomplish in their healthcare.
And welcome back to Amboy High School here for Illinois 8-Man Football Association quarterfinal round playoff action. We also have on our YouTube channel the Milledgeville Polo game, as well as the Ridgewood St. Thomas More game. Got Wyatt Reed and Chris Frankhauser up for that. Kyle Leach and friends with Brooks Wilkinson doing the honors on the Milledgeville Polo contest. As we switch ends now, going left to right will be Flanigan. As we move to quarter number 2, I'll update that before I forget. Collins, no gain on the play, 4th and 5. Falcons punted on their last 4th down from about the same spot, and looks like they're going to do the same thing here. Back to return for the Clippers is Braden Klein. Running back, linebacker, kick returner. Junior, 5'8", 160 pounds. Quaintance is the punter, if I seen the number correctly right there. Bobble to snap, does get it off though. Goes left side and out of bounds. It's going to be, I think, inside the 30. It'll be right at the 30-yard line, actually. That's where Amboy will start things off. And, folks, they have wasted no time when they have been on the field. Getting right after it. They lead 16-7. Flanigan scored on their first possession, have punted their last 2. Amboy has their 3rd possession. They've scored touchdowns on both through the air. Here's the handoff. Leffelman with the carry, number 21. He's going to be out, make it a 2nd and short. Now they moved it back. We'll call it 7-yard gain for Leffelman. He's up to 22 yards. It's going to bring up 2nd down and a long 3. Fake handoff, Jones. Blaine is down the middle of the field again. It's knocked away. Coverage was by Collins, who had Blaine the entire time and had a hand on him the entire time. No call. And an incomplete pass intended for Blaine. That was the same play they threw for an 80-yard touchdown on the first play of the game. Bring up 3rd down and 3. Falcons come in with an 8-2 record. Clippers a perfect 10-0 on the season. Now Leffelman on a carry. Bounces outside, breaks a tackle. Collins comes over to give chase. He brings him down, not until he's at the 45. He goes from the 47, 13 actually at the 46-yard line. 13 and 4 is 17 yards for Leffelman. 1st down. 2nd one of the game. And off goes to Welchel. Welchel gets the 1st down carry. See where he ends up. A gain of 3. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 7. Handoff this time to Leffelman. It's going to be a 1st down, I believe. Tackle was made by number 81, Rudra Patel. What are they calling here? That's a gain of 6. Oh, they're calling a 1st down, so a gain of 7 for Leffelman. 4th 1st down of the half. 46 yards on 5 carries for Leffelman now. Hand off to Welchel this time. Welchel gets the carry, brought down by number 21, Toby Hansen, but it's going to be a gain of 5. He'll have 32 yards on 6 carries now, and right back to the line of scrimmage goes Amboy. Jones fakes the handoff, looks for Zimbrowski, he was wide open, but Jones couldn't get it there. Now Jones is going to roll left and throw it out of bounds. Throws that one away. It's lived to fight another day. 2nd down and 5, but man, oh lie. Vincent Zimbrowski was wide open, but some defensive pressure by the Falcons didn't allow Jones to set his feet and find him. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and 5. Oh, we got a flag. So defensive holding on the Falcons. Be a 10-yard penalty. 1st down Clippers. Just about at the 20, 1st and 10 by penalty. And that Brendan Blaine on the carry. No gain. Second down and 10 for Amboy. They've had 2 rushing 1st downs and a 1st down by penalty on this drive. Jones pitches it out to Welchel. Welchel around the right side. He's going to be close to a 1st down. It's going to be a 1st and goal, it would appear. We'll see where they actually mark it. See where they're going to mark it. They're going to say he stepped out early. It's going to be 3rd down and 1. Welchel gets a 9-yard carry. He's got 39 yards on 7 carries. Jones now on 3rd and 1. In motion comes Blaine. Fakes the pitch, rolls up the middle. Jones is going to scamper in for an 11-yard touchdown run. Eddie Jones gets an 11-yard touchdown run. He's having an okay game so far. 2 touchdown passes and a touchdown run. 8:49 to go in quarter number 2. Jones, an 11-yard run. And Clippers will go 4-2 here, per usual. Welchel's a deep step back. Leffelman in motion. Pitch is going to go to, the fake. Comes back near side. Blaine wide open. And he catches it. Jones to Blaine for a 2-point conversion. And it's 24-7. Flanigan trails the home Clippers. We'll take a break, and we'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, in just a couple minutes.
There's been a lot of rewarding parts working at McDonough District Hospital. I've had patients come to me that maybe have not had care in the community, care available. So with the addition of nurse practitioners lately, we've been able to add more care, and that's very rewarding to me. My hope is that when the patients leave at the end of an appointment, they leave and they definitely feel like they've been listened to, and they feel like their needs have been met, their cares have been met, and that they're going to get the proper treatment that they deserve from me as a provider.
And welcome back to Amboy High School here in Amboy, Illinois, as the Illinois 8-Man Football Association holds one of its 4 quarterfinal round games here today. The FCW Falcons and the Amboy Clippers. Amboy Clippers, the number 2 seed in the tournament. As they'll kick off again, 24-7 here in the second quarter. Amboy with the lead. And they're going to call offsides as they try to do a squib kick. Actually, it looked like it was going to be an onside kick. Part of the problem with that style of an onside kick, the players were running with the kicker, number 14, Rylan McNinch, and he kind of hesitated to kick the ball right and short, and everybody else kept moving at the same pace, and they were offsides before he actually kicked the ball. So it'll be a 5-yard penalty, and it'll be a new kick here. We'll see if they try that again or if they decide to kick it deep this time. Once again, thanks for joining us here. We'd love to see activity in the live chat, so hop in there. Tell us where you're watching from and who you're cheering for. When the kids go back to watch, they'll be able to see and hear who was in the live chat. We try to call out a vast majority of you if we can. I know it gets maybe a bit annoying, but when the game gets a little bit out of hand, it gives us something to talk about. Have some conversations of the good variety in the live chat as well. So hop in there. let us know here as we get ready to go. Kickoff again. McNinch kicks it low line drive, and this one's going to stay inbounds near side. And what a job getting down there in coverage for the Clippers. It was number 36, Caleb Llanos. And on the return for the Falcons was number 11, Jonathan Moore. So, down 2 complete scores. Actually, it'll be 3 scores because they can't score more than 16, and they're down 17. So down 3 scores is Flanigan now as they are trying to. Now we have a flag. Too many people in the huddle. Illegal substitution. I believe they had too many people in the huddle there. That's unofficial, of course, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, too many people in the huddle. And it is a 5-yard penalty. It brings up first down and 15 from about the 17-yard line. Just short of the 17 maybe, but 2 straight punts on the last 2 possessions for Flanigan. Not what they need to do is start off deep in a hole here. Jones to pass. He's got Collins open. He's going to have a first down here, and he's going to run over. Who was that over there? Number 3, Cody Wynn. Now we got a flag in the backfield. It's going to be a hold against Flanigan. Holding on Flanigan. Holy moly. 3rd penalty. 2nd one to start this drive. They have 25 yards in penalties now, and they're going to bring up a 1st and 25 from their own 7-yard line. A great big play erased for Flanigan because of a hold, and we're here in second quarter action. 8:39 remaining in the second quarter. In motion goes Reed. Pass intended for Quaintance, I believe, over there. Pass is incomplete. His first incompletion. For Seth Jones. $8:35 remaining here in the first quarter, or second quarter, excuse me, the first half. Jones now, as Flanigan has went into a split formation, 4 wides. Jones, there's another hold, and Reed was the intended receiver. It's knocked down by Troy Anderson, and great coverage back there, the senior for Amboy, but another hold. And I would imagine they'll decline this one since it's already going to be 2nd and 25, or 3rd and 25 if they decline it. It's only be half the distance to the goal if they take it. So they're going to take it. So it's a 3-yard or 4-yard penalty. They got 29 yards in penalties on 4. And it's 2nd down and a country mile. Have to get all the way to Milledgeville to be able to get a first down here. There's it should have been a completed pass. It's dropped at the 10-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 29 for the Falcons. Over there on the coverage for the Clippers, number 6, Ed Fry. Junior linebacker, 5'10", 155 pounds in coverage there. He was going to make the stop. It wasn't going to be any more than about a 6-yard gain anyway, but it was dropped. So clock stopped again at 8:25 remaining here in the first half. And 3rd and forever for Flanigan, who have had 3 penalties here in this one drive and have not moved the ball forward from there. Jones, and a safety! Who was that over there? We'll wait and see if we can see the number as he comes around here. That's Leffelman. Number 21, Quinn Leffelman gets the safety. A 4-yard loss for Jones. $8:22 remaining here in the second quarter. Leffelman gets the safety. And it's 7-26. I've done a lot of football games through the years, folks. That might be the first legit safety I've called in 20 years of doing football games. Not real sure, but it could very well be. So it'll be a free kick coming for the Falcons from their 20-yard line. Amboy should line up at the 30. So they could punt or kick. It looks like they're going to kick. You'll see in the NFL a lot that they'll punt because you can actually punt the ball generally farther and more accurately. But they're going to kick with the boot of Connor Decker, who has the PAT. Nice kick down near the 40 into about the 35-yard line. Welchel on the return, and he just lowers his shoulder, and he's going to go to the 40 and across the 40. We'll see where they stop the forward progress. No, excuse me, it was number 6, not number 5. Ed Fry on the return. All the way to the 39-yard line. 1st and 10, Amboy at the 39 of Flanigan. Three wides, make it 4 wides, a triple set to the far side. Jones, quick left side Blaine. He's going to make one person miss, and then he's going to outrun everybody. A 39-yard touchdown pass to the weak side of the field, and he made 3 Falcons miss. Blaine has his 2nd touchdown pass. He's got 119 yards receiving. Jones has 140 yards on 3 completions. All 3 are touchdowns. And with 8:06 remaining, Amboy builds on their lead. Leffelman in motion. This time the pitch does go to Welchel, and he is stopped short. Run failed. (32-7) is the score. We'll take a break, and we'll come back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
When I walk in and talk to my patients, I like my patients first and foremost to feel comfortable. I like to keep it real with them. I like them to know that I'm there to listen to them and to help them understand some of the processes that they may be going through. The most rewarding aspect that I feel with caring for patients is when those patients come back in and they tell me how much better they feel for something that I have helped them accomplish in their health care.
So welcome back as we get ready for the kickoff. They're calling that 100 catches for the career. I've got him for one short of that, but they may have called the run earlier a pass, in which case that would make 100, but he had no gain on that, so we'll add that as well. So he's got 2 catches, 2 touchdowns. 3 catches, 2 touchdowns. Now the kickoff. Oh, good run. Oh, coming from behind to make the tackle. More on the carry. Coming from behind to make the tackle was number 36, Caleb Janos. Looks like it's going to be 1st and 10 just outside the 25, short of the 26. We'll call it 1st and 10 from the 25 for Flanigan. They've got 4 penalties for 29 yards, 3 of them on the last drive, which resulted in a safety on a 3rd and 29 play. $7:59 remaining here in the first half, and it's been all Amboy since the first drive of the game for Flanigan. Handoff up the middle. Short gain, maybe of 2. That was number 45 on the carry. That is Emerson Weber. His first carry, gain of 2. Clock is having a little bit of problems with the clock. They were talking about earlier that the antenna's got to stay straight up or it doesn't want to work. So you got it's a little added thing. It's bad enough you have to keep track of the clock, but you have to keep track of what the antenna's doing too. Carry for number 19. That is Brennan Edens. He'll go for a gain of 3. 3rd down and 5 for the Falcons. Hand off Collins this time. He breaks the initial tackle. Nearly had him in the backfield. He's going to go close to a 1st down. It's going to bring up a gain of 4 for Collins, 4th and 1. He's got 11 carries for 57 yards. He had 8 carries for 50 yards. He has not had much success since then. 3-0 and a 4. A 3 or a 4 would get them a 1st down here. They haven't had a 1st down since their 2nd drive. They have 4 in the game. The Falcons, unofficially. 2 tight end set, I formation behind Jones. He drops back under tons of pressure. It's thrown up and intercepted. Right side on the return. The interception by number 3, Cody Wynn, and just like that, Amboy has the football back on a 4th and 1 play. Not a whole lot different than a punt, I don't suppose, except in the stat column. Cody Wynn gets the interception. It's 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line for Amboy of FCW. That's another pass to Blaine. He breaks a tackle. He'll have close to breaks another tackle, and there's a face mask, but he's going to go in for a touchdown. A 29-yard touchdown for Brendan Blaine, and I believe are they going to call a hold? No, they are calling a hold, not a face mask. They're calling a hold. I thought it was a face mask. They're going to call a hold. No touchdown. Oh, no, it is personal foul face mask. I thought they were showing the hand signal, but it's a personal foul face mask, a 29-yard touchdown pass to Blaine, who just flat broke some tackles there. 6:13 remaining in the first half. Another touchdown. 2-point conversion attempt coming again. Fakes the handoff, rolls right, throws left, high in the air, and it's going to be caught. Can't see the number. It's number 6, Ed Fry, I think. Or is that Welchel? We'll see. Can't see the number. It was Welchel, excuse me. So Jones to Welchel for the 2-point conversion. It's 7-40. 40-7, the lead for Amboy here. Still 6:13 remaining in the first half. That was a shovel pass from Jones to Blaine from 29 yards out. And it's 7-40. $148 yards for Blaine on 4 catches, 3 touchdowns. 169 total yards on 4 of 4 passing for Eddie Jones for Amboy, and they are having their way since the opening drive for Flanigan Cornell Woodland. The Falcons drove right down the field and scored on their first drive. They have been able to do almost nothing since then, and it's been all Clippers as they work for a return trip to the state championship game in Monmouth College on November 17th. There's a line drive kick. Moore has it again. Sidesteps one tackler. And Llanos again comes from the near side and tracks down Moore from behind for the tackle, and it'll be 1st and 10 at the 30 for the Falcons. (40-7) the score here with just over 6 minutes remaining in the first half, and Amboy has scored a touchdown on every possession so far here in the first half. Shotgun snap. Jones hesitates, throws downfield. And, boy, that could have been offensive pass interference. Quaintance was the intended receiver. In coverage was Braden Klein. Coming to congratulate him was Cody Wynn, and then Klein knocked Wynn down trying to celebrate. But it's an incomplete pass. Brings up 2nd down. And 10 for the Falcons. Jones back in the shotgun formation. This is what you see so many times, too, is a team wants to be a running team, but they get down and then they have to start throwing the ball, and they get into split formations. They got 2 wide receivers near side this time. Jones drops back, hesitates. He's under pressure. He's going to be thrown down again in the backfield. It's Leffelman on the sack, and he's going to lose nearly 10, if not exactly 10. He does lose 10, does Jones. So he's lost -4 and -10. He's at -14. And it's 3rd down and 20 for Falcons. Clock is running here. 5:16 remaining in the first half. Pitch comes out to Collins. Boy, there's red jerseys everywhere. They had some success. Some adjustments were made. Collins is going to get a few yards on a carry, but not a whole lot. Maybe not even a few. He's going to get 1, and it's 4th and 19. 12 carries for 58 yards, 4th down and 19, and you would expect the Falcons to punt here. But at the same time, they don't have a whole lot of choice in the matter. They got to do something. They will punt. Back to punt is number 10, Peyton Quaintance, the senior. Oh, that's a nice punt that time, deep to the 40-yard line. It's caught there, though, and in motion. It's going to be a nice return, as equally nice as the punt. The return by number 25, Braden Klein. He's going to be inside Falcons territory, inside the 45, approaching the 40, make it the 42-yard line. 1st and 10 for Amboy. 5:01 remaining. It's 40-7. A touchdown and a 2-point conversion makes the lead 40, and if Falcons can't score before the half, it becomes a running clock the entire second half. And just like that, the handoff to Welchel, and he's going to go. Maybe not. Collins tries to track him down, can't get there. And a 42-yard touchdown run for Welchel. 81 yards on the day for Welchel. 4:53 remaining in the second quarter. And a two-point conversion coming. Handoffs to Leffelman, and he is in. Two-point conversion's good. Welchel, a 42-yard touchdown run. Leffelman. Run is good, and it's 48-7. Amboy with the lead, and folks, if you haven't seen Amboy yet, they are the real deal. They have put it to an 8-2 Flanigan Cornell Woodland squad here in the first half. Little maybe false presentation of hope on the first drive, but the adjustments by the Clippers to Collins after the first drive defensively, and it has been all Amboy. They've scored on literally every drive, a touchdown to this point, have the Clippers. And it is 48-7 with 4:53 remaining in the first half. So with Amboy up by 41, the Falcons have to score before half in order to keep it from being a running clock the entire second half. And the kickoff. Nice deep kick. Quaintance this time is going to let it roll out of bounds. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 35, I believe, for Flanigan, Cornell, Woodland. Try to get you some updates from our other games. We can do that for you here real quick. We've got a lot of stuff going on the TSSR Game Time Live, Hulett PubliPro LLC YouTube channel. It's (20-8) Polo at Milledgeville. 20-8 Polo at Milledgeville right now at the half. And we'll see what's going on at Cambridge as the first snap here. Out into the flat, Collins is open. He's going to have a first down out across the 45. From the 35 out to about the 48, a 13-yard pass completion. And a first down. First one in quite some time for Flanigan Cornell Woodland. And the hurry up comes a little bit here. 1st and 10. Spartans up 14-0 over St. Thomas More in the second quarter. And then it was Reed zigging when Jones was zagging on the throw, and it's an incomplete pass. Brings up 2nd down and 10. 20-8, I think it was, Polo at the half, and 14-0 Ridgewood in the second quarter. Polo is winning, according to their scoreboard, yeah. So we're talking here in the press box to the scorers and everybody to know what the scores are. Quaintance in motion, fake handoff. Jones is going to drop back, throws into the flat again, and out of the hands, or out of the reach, of Collins. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 10 on another incomplete pass for the Falcons. Here you can look them up on my phone here, guys. If you just go back to the other page, you can look at the other score. If you go back once, you can see the other one. I think it was 20-8 Polo and 14-0 Ridgewood, if I remember correctly. Jones back to pass again. There's a flag. It's going to be a hold, and he's going to be dropped down in the backfield. And 10 yards is going to be a loss anyway. Actually, it's going to bring a loss of 13. A loss of 13 on the carry. It's going to be a penalty marker, but it's going to be declined. It's going to bring up 4th down and 23. Fourth down and 23 for the Flanigan Cornell Woodland Falcons, and they're going to bring the punt team on one more time. 48-7, Amboy, the Clippers, in the quarterfinal round here in the I8FA playoffs with the lead on their home field. Polo is winning against Milledgeville. They'll play the winner of that game next week. Of course, it is only halftime. A lot of game left there as well. But Polo is up 20-8 according to the scoreboard I looked at. Amboy has the football back after the punt downed at the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 Amboy with 4:14 to go. If things stay the same, they'll score, and it'll be Flanigan football again in about a minute. Amboy has been on an absolute tear here in the first half, and a timeout on the field. We'll take a break as well, and we'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, in just about 30 seconds.
My experience with McDonough District Hospital was amazing. I have a lot of allergies, complicated by nasal problems. And the procedure I had is Vive Air. Dr. Sparks was incredible.
The Vive Air procedure is a radiofrequency ablation procedure. She no longer has to do any medications to breathe, so she gets much more restful night's sleep. And a short little office procedure, and have somebody that feels like it's totally changed their life means the world.
It's a permanent improvement on the quality of your life.
And welcome back here as the timeout nearly over here at Amboy High School. It's I8FA quarterfinal round action here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. I'm Dwayne Hulett, up top on the camera for the first time today. I want to thank him, doing a great job up there for his first time. Noah Morse. And it's going to be Jones on the handoff. Good run this time by Welchel, but not the kind of explosion they've been having. It's going to be we'll call it a 6-yard gain for Welchel. He just had a 42-yard touchdown run a few moments ago. It's 87 yards on 9 carries for Welchel now, unofficially. Wuffelman goes for a gain of 7 and a first down. We'll call it a gain of 7. He's got 53 yards now. Four yards for Welchel. Leffelman this time, left side. Welchel there to push. A little Philly push, but no doing there. It's Leffelman's going to go for a gain of about 3. And right back to the line they go again. 3rd down and 3 for the Clippers. Handoff's going to go to Welchel. He's got some running room. He'll have the first down from the 48 to the 44. That's an 8-yard gain. And a first down. 99 yards now for Welchel unofficially. They'll go to him again. And a flag comes in from deep. Clock will stop. Gonna call a hold. What'd they call there? I don't know. Hand signals have been very quick and short here today. Gonna call a hold on the Clippers. That's their first penalty. 10 yards of penalties now. So bring up second down or first and 20, excuse me. Couple pretty good games on our channel. This one has been a bit of a blowout here in the first half. And a quick pitch and a pass to number 4, Josh McKendry. We'll see. They're going to give him 9 on the pass. Yeah, we'll give him 10. They moved it forward a little farther than I thought they were going to. 59 yards. Works better if I put it on the right side. That's the second pass that wasn't a touchdown. Welchel again. He'll have a first down on a second down carry. A gain of 15 for Welchel. Welchel again from the 29. Let's see if it is inside the 10. A 20-yard gain that time. Right back to the line of scrimmage again, wasting no time. Welchel gets it again, hesitates, goes right, back up the middle, close to a 5-yard gain. 2nd and 4. 2nd and goal from the 4. Hand off to Welchel. Nope, is that Welchel? No, it's Leffelman. Leffelman goes in for a 4-yard touchdown run. Welchel did a lot of the work. Leffelman gets the touchdown with 1:50 remaining. Leffelman from 4 yards out. Two-point conversion coming now. Pitch out to Leffelman, I believe. No, that's Klein, excuse me. He'll get the 2-point run. (56-7). You're welcome. So as we approach halftime here, 1:50 remaining in the first half, it is all Amboy, 56-7, which probably means we'll have a running clock the entire second half. As we get ready to go here with another kickoff. Low line drive kick, and then falling down with it is Moore. Outside the 20, about the 21 it would appear. We'll see where they mark it. Maybe a little farther out than that. 22-yard line, 1st and 10 for Flanigan. Under 2 minutes to go here in the first half. 1:49 remaining to be exact. Still 14-0 it would appear at the half in Cambridge. And a handoff going to go to Collins. Klein on the stop for Amboy. A 3-yard gain for Collins. He's got 61 yards on 13 carries unofficially. And it's 20-8 at the half in Milledgeville. Polo with the lead over Milledgeville. That's 1 minute remaining in the half. At the half here, folks, we've got a word from MDH that we'll play, but it'll take me a second to get that loaded, so you might have a black screen for just a moment as we work on that, so bear with me, but we'll have that for you as quick as we can to help fill some time here at the half so you don't have to listen to me the entire time. And there's another big stop for the Clippers. Third and short 6, long 5 for the Falcons. As they are not in a big hurry here. We're down to 37 seconds remaining. Back to the 2 tight end I formation. It's going to be a handoff. Again, Collins. And he gets nowhere, essentially. Klein and others are there. Number 53, Austin Heath. I believe number 55, Landon Monovan there as well. We'll see if the Falcons run another play here. They do not have to. They're not going to. That'll be the end of the first half of play. The score, Amboy 56, Flanigan, Cornell, Woodland 7. We'll take a break, and we'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH in just a few minutes. Again, you'll have a little bit of downtime here as we get something loaded, so bear with me just a second. But we're at the half, 56-7 here in Amboy.
You get the opportunity to see so many different things that if you worked at a bigger hospital, you may not be able to see. You know, work is not just about the job, it's also about the people that work alongside you. And we have the best teamwork. They're like a second family. Sometimes you can't get that feeling other places.
As you know, MDH is our title sponsor here on TSSR Game Time Live, and we're here with Lindsay Douglas, the Director of Physician and Provider Recruitment. I about left out provider out of that. So physician and provider recruitment here at MDH. It's a huge mouthful for me, so explain to us what that is.
Sure. So I am in charge of bringing in candidates for both physician and provider positions here at MDH. So provider meaning anything like nurse practitioner, advanced practice nurse practitioner, physician assistant, things like that. So I source those candidates, bring them in, and try to find the best providers and physicians to provide care at our facility.
So you found a home at MDH. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? How long have you been here? Stuff
Sure.
like that.
So I am from Macomb originally. I graduated from Macomb High in 2009, graduated from WIU in 2014, studied communication there, and started my career in politics and worked for a couple different state representatives and state senators. Then found myself in the educational realm for a little while at the Regional Office of Education, and eventually found myself here at MDH. I started here in February of this past year. I started out as patient advocate, and this role opened up, and I am now in the role of Director of Physician and Provider Recruitment.
Obviously, McDonough District Hospital, very important to Macomb.
Sure.
And it's the communities not only of Macomb, but Bushnell, Colchester, Blandonsville, Industry. You're from here. So what was it that drew you back here and got you to stay here at MDH?
So MDH is like home to me. I am a 4th generation MDH employee. So my great grandma Nancy Weaver was one of the first nurses that they hired when the hospital opened in 1958. My grandma started working here maybe 10 to 15 years after that. She started as a CNA on acute care, and then she worked in peds, and eventually she worked as the unit secretary for home health and hospice, and she retired from that position after being at MDH for a total of 50 years.
That's a long time.
Yeah. My mom is here as an administrative secretary. She's Brian's administrative assistant. And so I'm now here as a 4th generation employee of the hospital. So it was kind of a thing where I always thought I might end up at MDH just because of that family legacy of working in healthcare.
So before we came on camera, I heard a story. You guys were at a speaker recently, and you got to be there with your mom.
Yeah.
Does that make it really special to be a part of MDH, to still have your mom working here?
It's so cool. My mom is down the hall from me, so if I need something in the middle of the day, I can run down the hall and grab her. But it's also just cool to think about like the legacy that leaves in the community, especially being fourth generation and female. I think that's just a really special thing for my family and for this community here.
So as we look at those kind of, you have a personal connection here. How do you use those personal connections when you're out trying to recruit a physician or a provider?
Sure. So I use the story a lot of my office, actually. So I'm in room 318, which was a room for patients at one time, and now they've converted it into an office space. And one of my favorite stories to tell physicians is that my great grandma was sick in the hospital and was in that room, and that's where my grandma was recruited to join MDH. So my grandma had no plans of working in healthcare, but she was taking care of her mom as a sick patient, and the nurse at the time came to her and was like, "You are such a great caretaker. Why are you not a nurse? Why are you not doing this as your full-time occupation?" And so my grandma decided that healthcare would be her lifetime, and like 50 years. And so she started working for MDH and was recruited right out of my office. So I just find that to be a really special connection when I'm looking to bring people to this community. Like, the recruitment started in this office 50 years ago, and here I am starting a whole new legacy of recruiting people. And I just am so passionate about this community, and I just love living here. I moved back here from Quincy, chose to raise our family here just because we really love Macomb, and we really love being in McDonough County.
So obviously the personal touch, you got the great personal story, you love Macomb. What does MDH offer to the providers and the physicians? What's the sales point for you on the professional level?
So because we're a small rural healthcare organization, your voice is heard here much louder than when you're in a large organization. So when you're in one of those larger hospital systems, you might be one of 15 to 20 providers in a specialty. At MDH, you might be one of two, you might be one of one. And so your voice in that medical staff office is going to be the loudest one in the room about your specialty. And that's a really unique situation for a physician to be, the main voice for speaking for pediatrics or for speaking for orthopedics or whatever that specialty is. You're it. You're the guy. You're the one providing the care for the whole community. And you don't get that if you go to a large healthcare organization.
So those bonuses are probably obstacles in some cases as well.
Sure.
So how do you overcome those obstacles?
It really depends on the provider. If someone is really wanting to be in a place where they're just want to in the background, they don't want to be that main voice, I kind of have to tell them, this is unique. It's a unique community where you're going to go out into Walmart to get your groceries and run into one of your patients, and you're not going to find that everywhere. And that might be scary for you, thinking about, well, I don't want to mess somebody's care up and then run into them and have to explain it to all of Walmart. But it's just, you can also sell that as you're not going to go to Chicago and work somewhere where you're going to run into your patients every day.
Well, Lindsay, I appreciate you coming and talking to us today. Hopefully some people can understand more about MDH and how it's such a family-oriented business and so important to McDonough County and the surrounding area. Keep doing a good job, and maybe your little girl that wanted that 100 chicken nuggets can be the next generation to join MDH.
Exactly.
Well, we'll be back after halftime here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
And welcome back here to Amboy High School. As you can see, the marching band on the field. They've been playing here during that. We'll let you hear the fight song real quick if we can. very good, albeit small, but a very good Amboy marching band here at the half, 56-7. You're seeing the scoreboard right. It is all Amboy here from Amboy High School in the quarterfinal round of the I8FA playoffs. Of course, you'll be able to watch both of the I8FA semifinal round games next weekend on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. You'll also be able to watch the state championship game only live here on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. We'll have the full crew in store for that one. It should be another great contest. We've done the last two, and it's so much fun being at Monmouth College and making things happen down there for the state championship game. We'll look at some stats here as we are into the half here, as they took a little bit longer halftime. We're 5 minutes remaining, about 6 minutes remaining in the half time festivities at Milledgeville. A bit of a surprise maybe, 20-8. The lead for Polo over Milledgeville, according to the scoreboard on our broadcast. I'm obviously not able to listen. And at Ridgewood, I think a surprise in the rankings, but not a surprise to a lot of people that have watched the two teams. Ridgewood up 14-0 at the half on St. Thomas More, the number 1 seed in these I8FA playoffs. Ridgewood comes in as the number 6 seed. So the way things will shake out, depending on who wins next week, or wins the Pawnee Martinsville game. If Martinsville wins that, the game will be between Polo and Martinsville, at Martinsville. If Pawnee wins, it'll be at Polo. For anybody keeping score. No, excuse me, not Polo. If Ridgewood, it'll be Ridgewood hosting. If Pawnee wins, it'll be Martinsville hosting if Ridgewood wins. Down in the southern half of the bracket, or the bottom half, if Milledgeville wins, Amboy will host. If Polo wins, Polo will host Amboy, if Amboy holds on to win this one. We will have a running clock throughout the second half of this contest, so odds are it would be a collapse of epic proportions and a comeback of historical proportions if Flanigan, Cornell, Woodland were able to come back and get a win here. He's got some kids down playing football at one end and some teams coming back in the field on the other end. So we'll look at some stats. These are completely unofficial, folks, just so you know. Welchel has 14 carries for 139 yards. Leffelman has 8 carries for 60 yards. Blaine does not have a carry. 11 yards on 1 carry for Jones for the Amboy Clippers. They have unofficially 9 first downs, 8 on the ground, and 1 by penalty from Amboy. Eddie Jones, again unofficially, is 6 for 6 for 179 yards and 3 touchdowns. Make that 4 touchdowns. Blaine has 4 catches for 148 yards, 3 touchdowns. The other touchdown reception is by Vincent Zimbruski, the senior. Had a 21-yard touchdown pass in the first quarter on a second touchdown. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Also, 1 reception for Josh McKendry, the junior, for 10 yards. For Flanigan, Cornell, Woodland, Peyton Quaintance has 4 carries for -2 yards. Brennan Edens has unofficially 3 carries for 7 yards. Kessler Collins has 13 carries for 63 yards. Emerson Weber has 1 carry for 2 yards. And the quarterback, number 2, Seth Jones, has 3 carries for -27 yards. Quentin Jones is 3 of 8. No touchdowns, 1 interception for 49 yards. Collins has 2 catches for 16 yards, and the first completion of the day went to Connor Reed for 33 yards and a first down. The Clippers have 1 penalty unofficially for 10 yards. The Falcons have 4 penalties for 29 yards. And that's the basic stats. We'll go through the scoring now as Amboy is out stretching. Flanigan has not found their way out yet. That sounds like they may be on their way now. Yes, they are. So the first score of the game came from Flanigan Cornell Woodland. They drove right down the field, and with 7:24 remaining in the first quarter, it was Kessler Collins running in from 4 yards out. Decker did the kick, and it's 7-0 Flanigan. It was all Amboy after that. On the very next play from scrimmage, the first play of scrimmage for Amboy, it was Eddie Jones connecting with Brennan Blaine, the Admiral, as I saw him called earlier today on Facebook, for an 80-yard touchdown pass. Welchel ran it in. It was 8-7 Amboy. Amboy responded again with 3:16 remaining in the first quarter. When Jones connected with Zimbruski, Welchel had a run, and it was a 21-yard pass. And Welchel had to run. It was 16-7. 8:49 to go in the second quarter. Jones ran it in from 11 yards out. Jones connected with Blaine for the 2-point conversion. It was 24-7. With 8:22 remaining, Leffelman had a safety to give his team 2 more points, made it 26-7. Then on the first play, after the free kick, first offensive play, Jones connected on a shovel pass. No, on a pass to the flat to Blaine, and the left flat. The run failed, but it was 32-7 after that. And then Jones connected with a shovel pass to Blaine for 29 yards. Jones connected to Welchel on the 2-point conversion. It was 40-7. That was at the 6:13 mark. And at the 4:53 mark, Welchel ran in from 42 yards out. Leffelman had the run. It was 48-7. And then with 1:50 remaining in the first half, Leffelman scored from 4 yards out. Klein had the run, and it was 56-7. And that's where we stand at the half here at Amboy High School. I'm Dwayne Hulett. Noah Morse is up on the camera. I want to thank him for doing a great job this afternoon. Looking into the sun, it's not an easy thing to do. And I should have put the sun visor on the camera probably. I never thought about that when I was up there. I apologize. But it looks like it's doing an okay job shooting pretty much into the sun at some points here. The sun is very bright. Not a cloud in the sky up here in Amboy today. And Amboy has got an offense, folks, that is as fast as I have seen. They are in and out of the huddle. In fact, they don't huddle, so no huddle, obviously. But they can run. They ran that whole drive, never threw the ball, ran every play. And I believe they scored in 1 minute and 30 seconds and just ran the ball. It is a thing of perfection when they have it rolling, and they've had it rolling today. They will have a good test next week, and then Ridgewood, if they're able to hold on, or Pawnee or Martinsville will face them. Pawnee and Martinsville didn't start till 2 o'clock today, a little bit later start for them. Everybody else started at 1. Again, we wanted to have all 4 games on today, just couldn't get enough staff available to get the Pawnee game on, but we wanted to make sure we get up here and see Amboy. Amboy was in a state championship game, so we have a check to give them as well. So we'll give them for their help of selling ads last year for the state championship game. And they may find themselves back there again. We'll see. So it's 56-7. We'll take a quick break here at the half from Amboy. We'll be back with the second half in just a few minutes.
Minimally invasive surgery offers a variety of benefits to the patient. We are now able to offer patients a variety of operations with small incisions rather than big open incisions. The surgeries that we can do now, minimally invasive, include bariatrics, hernia repair, colorectal surgeries, faster recovery, smaller incisions, faster time back to work.
And welcome back to Amboy as we get ready for the second half of action here. Amboy will be going right to left, and they'll get the ball first. This is when they were able to score 6 touchdowns in the second quarter going this direction. They had 8 possessions, all ending in touchdown for Amboy in the first half. Of course, we'll have a running clock here in the second half. So this second half will go quite a bit faster. Onside kick is recovered by the Clippers. On the recovery, number 35, Gio Gadza, did a good job of getting on that. And it'll be 1st and 10 from their own 49-yard line, give or take a half a yard. So see how many of their starters come back in. Looks like a vast majority of them are in, at least for this first series of the second half. Probably a lot of fast hands-offs up the middle. Welchel bounces it outside, breaks one tackle, comes back inside. Maybe that's Leffelman, excuse me. It was Leffelman, excuse me. He goes for a gain of 2. Bringing the play in as they huddle up now is Troy Anderson. Taking a little more time off the clock, letting the clock run. They're actually going to give him 3 on that. Hand off Welchel. He lowers his shoulder, goes forward. He's going to get a gain of 5. 144 yards on 15 carries for Welchel now. It's 3rd and a short 3. Long 2. Yeah, we'll call it 3rd and 2. Since I gave him 3 and 5. Leffelman gets met in the backfield and bottled up. No gains, losing on the play. He lost 2. First negative play of the game, I believe, for Amboy. It's 4th and 4. Anderson's going to run the play in again. So Amboy in the possibilities here of not scoring a touchdown on a drive for the first time today. See how that works out here as they got 4th and 4 from the 45-ish yard line. Welchel is going to be touched, but he's going to get the first down. He broke a tackle in the backfield. He'll be across to the 40. A 5-yard run and a first down for the Clippers. Zimbrewski bringing a play in now. It is warmed up nicely today. It is almost hot in this press box today. Handoff up the middle on the dive play. Leffelman trying to rip the ball out was Logan Ruddy. Leffelman knows going to go for a gain of 4. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 6. Second down and 6 for the Clippers. Clock will run the entire second half. 9:12 remaining in the third quarter. And I didn't update the third quarter. I apologize. And flags fly everywhere. A 5-yard penalty for a 34 yards in penalties now. 2nd down, and Welchel breaks a tackle, breaks another, and he might go. Moore tries to give chase. He cannot. 31-yard touchdown run for Welchel. And 180 yards on 17 carries. With 8:15. Now Klein's going to run in for the 2-point conversion. Well, they have a penalty, so it'll be a holding. They'll rerun the 2-point conversion. Clock is running. As long as play is going, clock is running. Hand off to Leffelman. Nope, kept it by Jones. He sidesteps one defender, and another holding call, I believe, is going to be called. Or a block in the back. We'll see what the call is here. What's this one? Illegal block in the back. Another 10-yard penalty. This will be the longest 2-point conversion in playoff history right here, I think, folks. It's a 23-yard 2-point conversion. You could kick a field goal and it'd be like kicking an NFL point-after attempt right now. It'd actually be longer than that. Too bad you don't get credit for this offensive possession if they score on this one. Jones going to hand off to Klein, and he's going to get stopped. That would have been good if it would have been from the 3-yard line, but from the 23, it was about 20 yards short, and the run is no good. So 2 10-yard penalties on the 2-point conversion. They have 30 yards and penalties, 20 of them on one 2-point conversion attempt. So after all of that, we're down to 5:38 as the clock is still running. They aren't stopping the clock for anything. This is how we like it in a game like this. Nobody from the far side is complaining either. So still 20-8 in Milledgeville. And Amboy's getting ready to cook off. It's 22-8. Ridgewood now the lead. Low line drive kick is going to go out of bounds. Another penalty. So we're back here as get ready to kick it off again. Another penalty there. After the kick, out of bounds. Moore gets a little run back. He's into Amboy territory for the first time here in the second half, and the first time since the first quarter, I believe. As that's another 10-yard penalty, actually 5-yard penalty on the kickoff. First and 10 from the 41, or from the 46, excuse me, of Amboy for the Falcons. Hand off near side. Collins. Gets a gate of 5. He's up to 14 carries for 68 yards. (22-14) now. 22-14. Sabres have closed it to within one score game. Yep. Quaintance on the carry for Amboy. Not a first down. Going to be close. We'll give him 3. He's into positive yardage now. High formation once again. Handoff. Nice carry, a first down. Eden's on the carry from the 41 down to the 20, a 21-yard carry and a first down. He's got 28 yards on 4 carries now. Up the middle. Loss of 1. Didn't see who the ball carrier was on that. Second down and 11. Hand off to Quaintance, left side. Short gain. Gain of 1. It's now 28-8 Polo. I formation again. Eden's again on the carry. I believe Fry was the first player there. Nothing on the carry. Bring up 4th down and 10. And third quarter comes to an end. 62-7 the score. We'll take a quick break and be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
There's been a lot of rewarding parts working at McDonough District Hospital. I've had patients come to me that maybe have not had care in the community, care available, so with the addition of nurse practitioners lately, we've been able to add more care, and that's very rewarding to me. My hope is that when the patients leave at the end of an appointment, they leave and they definitely feel like they've been listened to, and they feel like their needs have been met, their cares have been met, and that they're going to get the proper treatment that they deserve from me as a provider.
And we're back here at Amboy High School. 4th and 10 from the 20, and illegal motion for the Falcons, a 5-yard penalty. 6 penalties for 39 yards. See if we can get an update on the score in Cambridge. Still in the third quarter there. It's 22-14. Ridgewood with the lead, as the Sabres have scored 2 touchdowns here in the second half of that one. They trailed 14-0 at the half. So they are down by 8, the number 1 seed trailing Ridgewood. Meanwhile, here it's 4th and 15. Jones to pass. Gets hit as he throws, overthrows the intended receiver. And it's incomplete. It'll be a turnover on downs to the Clippers, and probably expect to see some new faces in the game. So down near 11 minutes, 11:05 or so, as the clock continues to run here. As the Ridgewood Sabres game has turned into a good one. Polo pulling away from Millersville a little bit. This one has been all Amboy all day long, well, except for about the first 4 minutes. That's on the carry for the Clippers. Number 4, Josh McKendry. He'll get 5, his first carry. He does have a pass completion for 10 yards, or reception, I should say. Handoff up the middle. Quarterback now is number 9, Brody Christofferson. Gio Gatza on the carry. He goes for a gain of 4. Third down and 1 from the 35-ish yard line. Handoff tackled in the back. Oh, he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage. McKendry on the carry again. Number 4, McKendry. Bring up 4th down and 1. No gain, and it looks like the Clippers are going to punt. So for the first time today, they're not going to score a touchdown. Ryan McNinch is on to punt it away for the Clippers. Once again, 4th quarter. I forgot to update that again as the clock is running here the entire second half. McNinch, low, partially blocked, rolls forward to the 40-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 40. There's a flag. What are we calling here? Roughing the kicker? What are we calling? Waving the flag off. The punt was blocked, so it's not roughing the kicker. And it will be 1st and 10 at the 40 for the Falcons. 8:44 remaining. It's going to be Falcons. Acquaintance on the carry, and a stiff arm, he gets ran out of bounds. Tackled by number 52, Dylan Merriman. A 3-yard carry for Acquaintance. Yeah, 2, 3. I'll say 3 because I'm being nice. I was probably a little overzealous on the 3-yard carry there, but second and a very long 7. Handoff right side. That's Collins. Very short gain. A 1-yard gain. On the stop, number 58, Zimbrewski. Collins gets a 1-yard gain. He's up to 69 yards. On 15 carries. Jones going to pass here. He's got Reed cutting across, but Quayton's down the sideline, and then it's going to be Oh, it nearly caught it. Quayton's, they were blowing the whistle like it was incomplete, and Quayton still had a chance to catch. He was still bobbling around. He ended up dropping it, though. It's going to be pass interference on Amboy. It is a 15-yard penalty. 1st and 10. From the 43-yard line. 6 minutes remaining here in the football game. Low snap on the ground. Jones loses it. It's going to be picked up maybe by Amboy finally. And it's like whoever caught it got landed on the football, maybe knocked the wind out of them as they landed over there. Curls up to try to get the air back. So Gotza maybe picking it up. Is Llanos? It's number 36. Caleb Llanos, I think. He stands up. I'm guessing he landed on the football, got the wind knocked out of him. Yeah, he's down near the 25-yard line. It is Llanos. Llanos. So it is Amboy football after the turnover. Reading some of the comments in the live chat from the Polo game. I believe Polo's had 3 stops inside the 5-yard line on Milledgeville. It's a 28-8 game and 3 stops inside the 5. That's huge. Now the handoff. McKendry, I believe, on the carry. We'll wait and see when he stands up here. No, it wasn't. It was McKendry on the carry, a gain of 4. Clock continues to run here. 4:50 remaining. Fry on the carry that time. He's going to go forward for about 3. Yeah, we'll call it 2. We'll give him 4 as well. According to the scoreboard, still 22-14. Ridgewood in the 3rd quarter. So we're trying to keep you guys updated at home on what's going on our other streams. Handoff's going to go for a first down. On the carry, number 47, that's Jose Lopez. He's going to go for a gain of 9. Another first down. Clock continues to run here. And they're going to wait for the arm to start waving by the official, it looks like, as this quarterback, Brody Christofferson, just looks at the official. And that was all kinds of discombobulated right from the get-go, and it's going to be a false start. Somebody false started right. The play went left. The quarterback turned right. Not sure who was right and who was wrong there, but it's a 5-yard penalty nonetheless. First and goal from the 14 now. Maybe the 13. What do you have on the scoreboard? 14? Again, letting as much time run off the clock as they can. We're down to 2:37 left in the football game. And the scoreboard didn't update the quarter. I'm sorry. I hit the wrong button, I think. McKendry on the carry. He'll go for at least 5. He'll get the 5 penalty yards back. First and goal, second goal from the 9. Still, according to the scoreboard, third quarter, I would imagine that might not have gotten updated. Might have had a problem like mine. Didn't update the scoreboard. And they're going to down it. Second and goal from the 9. They down it. Trying to run as much time off the clock as they can here. It's going to be third down and goal. Not sure if they can get it down far enough to get it actually ran out or not. Got to get down under 40 to technically run the rest of the clock out. Of course, they get it close, the clock doesn't stop, so it probably would run out before the other team could get a play off anyway. But we'll wait and see here. Takes the snap with 56 seconds remaining. It's fourth down. They do have to snap it here. 35 seconds remaining. And a turnover on downs on the kneel down. But that'll, for all intents and purposes, end the game. Falcons will not run a play. The two teams will line up at midfield to shake hands. And the final 62-7. Clippers get the win. They are in the fourth quarter now at Ridgewood. So we'll take a break and we'll come back with some stats to end the game here in just a few minutes. Hopefully get at least one or two coaches' interviews. Coach Reed of the Flanigan Cornell Woodland Falcons and the Coach Scott Payne from the victorious Amboy Clippers. We'll be back in just a few minutes here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Minimally invasive surgery offers a variety of benefits to the patient. We are now able to offer patients a variety of operations with small incisions rather than big open incisions. The surgeries that we can do now, minimally invasive, include bariatrics, hernia repair, colorectal surgeries, faster recovery, smaller incisions, faster time back to work.
There's been a lot of rewarding parts working at McDonough District Hospital. I've had patients come to me that maybe have not had care in the community, care available, so with the addition of nurse practitioners lately, we've been able to add more care, and that's very rewarding to me. My hope is that when the patients leave at the end of an appointment, they leave and they definitely feel like they've been listened to, and they feel like they're needs have been met, their cares have been met, and that they're going to get the proper treatment that they deserve from me as a provider.
Working at MDH feels special to me because I'm also from a small community like MDH, and I love to be able to care for communities like this and be able to give them high standards of excellence with medical care as possible. You know, some people like to take more of a medical approach to their care, some people like to take more of a holistic, and I just want to be able to make their plan of care as individualized as possible.
Well, I've always had an interest in the medical field, and then growing up, I actually went through physical therapy myself for an injury, and that got me back to playing my sports and the activities that I loved. So seeing that firsthand, I got to see how much physical therapy could really benefit others.
MDH Sport Medicine Rehab is just not for the athlete. We see a variety of ages, getting them from having pain to no pain to get back to their normal activities and their prior level.
A lot of people don't realize that you don't have to live with the dizziness day to day, especially concussions as well, that we can treat those things here. Same with pain. You don't have to live with the pain that you're experiencing. We have the ability to help you.
Welcome back to Amboy High School, Amboy, Illinois, 62-7. The win for Amboy. They'll move on to the semifinal round for the second year in a row. They will not host the semifinal this time, though. Polo will host, I do believe, next Saturday, as Polo got the somewhat of an upset win over Milledgeville at Milledgeville, 28-8, the unofficial score. As we saw that on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH as well. The only other game on TSSR Game Time Live going right now is Ridgewood and St. Thomas More, and Ridgewood is driving in the fourth quarter with a 22-14 lead. Let's hopefully get Coach Payne after he gets done with the radio upstairs. Not sure if Coach Reed will find his way over here or not. We did ask, but a pretty lopsided victory for his squad here this afternoon. We'll tell you some unofficial stats. Again, these are completely unofficial. For Welchel, 17 carries for 180 yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground. Leffelman had 11 carries for 65 yards. Lopez had 1 carry for 9 yards. Eddie Jones, the quarterback, had 1 carry for 11 yards. It was a touchdown. McKendry had 4 carries for 14 yards. Gio Gatza had 1 carry for 4 yards. Ed Fry had a carry for 4 yards. Eddie Jones finished 6 for 6 passing, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, and 179 total yards. Brennan Blaine had 4 catches for 148 yards, 3 touchdowns. And also Vincent Zimbrewski had 1 catch for 21 yards and a touchdown. Also McKendry had a catch for 10 yards on a shovel pass. The Clippers unofficially had 11 first downs, all on the ground. 1 by penalty, however, so they had 10 first downs rushing, 1 on the penalty by the Falcons. 6 penalties for 55 yards unofficially for the Clippers. For Flanigan, Cornell, Woodlands, 7 total penalties, or 7 total first downs, 1 by penalty, 2 by passing. Quayton's had 7 carries for 5 yards. Edens had 5 carries for 28 yards. Collins had 15 carries for 69 yards. The quarterback, Seth Jones, 3 carries for negative 27 yards. And 1 carry for Emerson Weber for 2 yards. Seth Jones finished without a pass in the second half. 3 of 8. No touchdowns, 1 interception for 49 yards. It was Connor Reed with the first completion of the day in the first drive for a first down. He had 33 yards, and that was his lone reception. Collins finished with 2 receptions for 16 yards. 6 penalties for 39 yards for Amboy. Thank you, guys. Sorry I get in your way here. We will do that. We'll see you. Great crew here in the Crow's Nest. I want to thank them for their hospitality today. As again, we are finished up here, waiting on either one of the coaches for just a few minutes if we can. It's a final, 62-7. We'll run through the scoring now. Looks like Ridgewood is driving, trying to get another score here, up 22-14 in the fourth quarter. So let's see here. Scoring, if you listen to it at the end of the first half, it's not a whole lot different, but we'll run through it again for you anyway. The Falcons scored first. They had a great opening drive. It was Kessler Collins scoring from 4 yards out. Decker had to kick. It was 7-0. Falcons with 7:24 to go in the first quarter. Then after that, it was all Amboy. They scored on their next 9 possessions. At the 7:12 mark, which is the first play after the touchdown, it was Eddie Jones connecting with Brennan Blaine for an 80-yard touchdown pass. Welchel had to run, and it was 8-7 just that quickly. Amboy. Then it was Jones to Zimbruski, a 21-yard touchdown pass. Welchel again with the run. It was 16-7 at the end of the first quarter. Second quarter was absolutely dominated by Amboy. At the 8:49 mark, Jones scored from 11 yards out on the run. Jones connected with Blaine for a 2-point conversion pass. It was 24-7. Then following that, at the 8:22 mark, Leffelman had a safety, and it was 26-7. Then on the very next play, Jones completed a swing pass to Blaine for a 39-yard touchdown. The run failed that time, however. It was 32-7. Then Jones completed a shovel pass to Blaine on the next one-play series, 29 yards. At the 6:13 mark, Jones completed a 2-point pass to Welchel, and it was 40-7. At 4:53 mark of the second quarter, Welchel ran in from 42 yards out, and Leffelman had the run. It was 48-7. And then with 1:50 remaining, Leffelman scored from 4 yards out. Klein had to run. It was 56-7. And then Welchel scored in the third quarter at the 8:15 mark, the only points of the second half. It was 31-yard run. A run failed and ended up being 62-7, the final score. Oddly enough, on that one, there was 2 penalties, one a hold, one a block in the back, and ended up being a 23-yard 2-point conversion attempt. I think that's about the longest I've ever seen here. And the Spartans have scored again to make it 30-14, the lead over St. Thomas More. It's 28-0 Martinsville at halftime over Pawnee. So that will be setting up, if things hold true, that'll be setting up a Ridgewood-Martinsville contest for the semifinal, and that should be at Martinsville. Coach, can you talk to us for a couple minutes? Let me get you a headset here. Coach, here, let me give you some more cord there. I'm sorry.
That's all right. That's all right.
I knew what I was doing. I just didn't give you enough. Coach Payne, I haven't talked to you since last year's championship game. You guys were fast-paced last year, but you're so fast-paced now I could barely keep up with the stats.
Yeah, we like to go to that tempo, no-huddle offense, and our kids love doing it. And, all week long we said this is what we want to do. We wanted them to play at our pace and not their pace. And, and our kids do a wonderful job. And, they played a great football game today.
Well, Brennan Blaine, I think, over 100 receptions now in his career here, as I saw something posted by Kyle Kampmeyer.
Yeah.
Over 100 receptions now. He's got 45 touchdowns, and he's over 2,500 yards receiving. we talked about him last year during the championship game. That kid should play something at the next level. I don't know what else he does, but he could be a tight end at the next level.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I've been telling him all year, you should be playing tight end at the next level. And he's got a couple colleges to look at him, but he's not for sure yet what he wants to do. And, Brendan's a great player, great kid. I've enjoyed the last 4 years of coaching him. He's a wonderful kid, great player. And, like you said, the stats speak for themselves.
Welchel had a good game. I mean, pretty much you guys had 9 drives in a row you scored a touchdown on. No matter how dominant you are, that doesn't happen very often.
No, it don't. They scored on that first drive. They took it to us right on that first drive, ran the ball right down on us. And, I told our kids, we got a little adversity. Let's see how we answer. And, they answered the way I wanted them to. They answered it well.
Well, you guys made a few adjustments to Collins. He was the guy that hurt you in the first drive, and he just didn't have much success after that first drive.
No, yeah. We moved our line around a little bit to stop that fullback dive because that's what was killing us. And they were able to get on our linebackers. And, we moved our 2 D tackles to a different spot, and then our linebackers were able to step up and stuff that run play.
So you got Polo next week.
Yep.
You guys up here just beat the heck out of each other all year long. And I don't know, maybe some people were surprised Polo 28-8, I think it was, over Milledgeville today. But you get you guys, Polo, Milledgeville, it's a toss-up every time you play, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is, and it's a good, rivalry between all 3 of us. We just beat the crap out of each other every time we play, and they're normally good games, and they're exciting games, and Ted Alston and his coaching staff, very good coaches. They do a wonderful job there, and it should be another really good football game next Saturday.
Ridgewood is beating St. Thomas More right now as well. Not that it matters, but I heard a lot of talk that Amboy should have been the number 1 seed. Playoff points are playoff points. Does that stuff even matter?
No. When the seedings came out, I had a lot of fans ask me. I said, guys, it's playoff points. It don't matter. You got to beat the best to get there, and that's all it is. It's just a number in front of your name. That's all it is. It's just a number. And I said it didn't matter if we were 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever it was. And you got to go out there every day, every Saturday, and you got to beat the team in front of you, and that's the only thing that matters.
Doesn't matter if the quote-unquote best team's week 2 of the playoffs, week 3 of the playoffs, or the final week of the playoffs, right?
Yeah, it don't matter. It doesn't matter. And, and like I told our fans, it's just it is. It is what it is. Nothing we can do about it. It's time to go out and just get ready and play football.
You've had some good games. You've had some blowouts. Does a game like this help you going into a game with like Polo and then – ultimately, if you can get there, the state championship game, does this allow you to rest a little bit, or do you wish maybe you could get a little bit of a test at some point here before you get against a team that is going to give you a test?
Well, that's why I had our starters come out in the second half because I wanted to start up again and get going. I think it helps you because you get rest. The kids get a little more rest and they're a little more fresh and less risk of injury, obviously. And, I think you could go either way on it. You could go it's advantage or it's a disadvantage, but in the end, you just got to go out there and just play the game, and our kids know that, and and I'm not going to be upset with them for winning like this.
You can't ever be upset for that, can you?
No.
I think Jones seemed like he played a really good game too, and he actually had 1 completion that I didn't mark, incompletion that I didn't mark down. Come to think about it, because he threw 1 to Blaine that was knocked away, but so that would make him actually 6 of 7 for 179 yards by my stats and 4 touchdowns. You'd probably take that most days.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. They were doing a good job of stuffing our run at the beginning, so we just said, all right, let's spread it out and let Eddie throw it. And Eddie's a very good quarterback, very accurate. He does a great job of running our offense and doing what we ask him to do. Some weeks he just has to hand the ball off, and some weeks he has to do what he did today. And, and it helps when Eddie has a kid like Brennan Blaine to throw the ball to.
Yeah, that doesn't hurt, does it?
No, that don't hurt.
So you guys hosted the semifinal last year.
Yep.
You travel, granted it's not a long trip, but you travel to Polo this year. How does your mindset change on that at all?
Not much. Polo's 20-minute drive. Our fans travel well with us, and Polo has great fans. It's going to be a great atmosphere. It's going to be a great game. And, it doesn't matter to us. We'll play at home. We'll play there. We'll play wherever we have to play. And, we're just excited that we have another opportunity to be in the semifinals and play in a game like this.
Obviously, last year's championship game, you felt like I think you left a little bit on the table. I would imagine coming into this year, that was the goal, right? Get back there. Obviously, you have to go 1 game at a time, but how hard have these kids worked to continually put themselves in this position?
They work so hard. It started in June in the weight room. Actually, it started last winter in the weight room, and all summer long they worked hard. And our motto all year has been go 1-0. That's been our motto all year long. We want to go 1-0 every week and not look ahead or anything. And these kids, you know, they worked their butts off every single day in practice, and they worked hard all summer. And you know, and the ones that played last year in that game, they all said that, you know, they don't want that feeling again. And I said, well, guys, we got a long way to go to get there, but when we get there, let's make sure you guys remember that feeling, and not if we get there.
Well, we'll have next week's game on, and we should have both semifinal round games like last year, and then the championship game again here on TSSR Game Time Live. So, if I won't see you next weekend, but if you get there, I'll see you in Monmouth.
All right, that sounds good.
All right. Well, Coach Bain talking to us here on the post-game show. That'll do it from Amboy. The final 62-7. The Amboy Clippers moving on. They'll place the Marcos of Polo next Saturday at Polo. We'll let you know the time, and you'll be able to watch that here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH as well. So for Noah up top, I'm Dwayne Hulett. Thanks for joining us. We'll talk to you again very soon.